morning.
What are you doing?
I'm playing Catan.
Oh, I'm cooking breakfast.
Yeah, I
dare ya.
deserve it. Good morning and welcome to vlog number 3. Today is gonna be a quiet day. We're just gonna have some breakfast. Alex is playing some Catan already. And yeah, for today we actually want to work only on videos and do a little bit more stock footage, and we also gonna plan what we're gonna do in Thailand. So we're also gonna show like how we plan our trip, how we find accommodation, check for the visa and everything in terms of entering a new country.
Okay, so we changed our mind. Where do we go?
We have no idea what it's called, but it looks cool from the outside.
Yeah.
And it wasn't here the last time when we were in Bali, and now we want to check it out and show you what it looks like from the outside, because that made us go there. With SC and no mosquitoes?
No mosquito.
So that's the menu. Okay, for 2 coffees, 50,000.
Are we done here?
We're done.
So where are we going now?
Going home.
Going home. So we stopped at Crispy Tofu because it's really good.
You ready?
I'm ready.
What did you get?
Tofu.
Tahu Kriyo. We're back having some lunch, late lunch again. We're gonna show you a little bit how we do the planning for Thailand. We couldn't do it in a cafe like we actually said, because the music was way too loud, so you couldn't understand anything. So for our trip for Thailand, we basically put everything into 5 points, which I'm gonna read out here from the computer. We wrote down here visa, flights, accommodation, places and transport. Basically the first thing for Thailand is the visa. So there's a visa on arrival, which is free for Indonesians and for Germans, so no problem. We don't plan to stay longer than 30 days. So visa, done.
And the second point is to book the flight ticket. And what we're doing is we always search for the flight ticket from Google first, like to see the date that suits our travel trip. And then after that, we can see different options that we have. We can compare all the prices. And if we already pick one, and then we just take the flight number, go to the airline website, and then we book straight away from the website because it's always cheaper.
Yeah, don't book with like the third party, because if you lose your luggage, it's always a hassle, or is there any problems, you're always gonna have problems with like the third party.
Yeah, since you're saying about the risk of losing our luggage, so we find a solution for us. So we bought 4 AirTags. It can connect to our phone. So in case we losing our luggage, we can track where they are. So we always put one in our hand luggage and the other in our big luggage, the suitcase.
The next thing is the accommodation. Actually, there's no big magic. It's just like booking.com in Asia, mostly also Agoda and Airbnb. We're looking actually for accommodation just for the first couple of nights. Don't plan too far ahead, and then we book when we're there the accommodations. For now, we booked for Bangkok for 4 nights, and then we leave Bangkok and then we look for something else when we're there.
Next is places. Let's have like Instagram save folders. Every time we saw something like Instagram post or Instagram reel, nowadays is a lot of people already post like reels where to go, like travel destination, so we always save it, and then beforehand we always looking from the Google Maps, so it's easier for us to see like how to get there, from where to stay when we already have the accommodation.
Also in general, what I always do when I go to a place I don't know, I don't only go to the big hotspots. It's also pretty smart if you go on Google Maps and just like zoom in a little bit on areas around the city. There it's suggesting already places. You can click on it and it shows you a few photos, and there might be something which interests you, maybe like a national park or a temple or anything you might want to discover which you don't find on Instagram, which is most of the part-time also less crowded.
Yeah.
Okay, transportation, yeah, that's me again. So first of all, in Asia, very common is Grab. It's always like Uber. You have a driver over there, takes you from A to B. Easy. I tried it in Thailand, in Cambodia, and in Vietnam, and it's also quite cheap. The other option, definitely also check out like public transportation. Local buses and local trains are most of the time also the cheapest option, because that's what like locals travel with. And if you want to go for long distance, there are sleeping buses if you go for like 500-600 kilometers and don't want to stop somewhere in between. Their buses take you overnight in the sleeping buses where you don't lose a whole day or something. Also for transportation in the city, I also recommend always like just walking if it's not too far, because then you see the actual face of the city or of the country, instead of having like a driver taking you from A to B and like kind of losing the charm of traveling.
Yeah, and also I think if you're walking, you can stop any time. If you take the bus, you have to stop and then you have to hop on another bus if you want to stop somewhere to take photo or video.
Yeah, especially for us, like taking like street photographies or something, it's more interesting like this. And that's basically what we did for Thailand. We also, for now, for example, we looking for a train. We want to go from Bangkok to the north. We're not exploring the south this time. We want to go to Chiang Mai. On the way is Ayutthaya, so we're taking a train to Ayutthaya, stopping there and taking a sleeping train from Ayutthaya again to Bangkok. So that's what we planned so far. I think that's it. Okay, vlog finished. Next one tomorrow, and we're gonna meet up with some friends from Australia, but more to that tomorrow. Bye.
Bye bye.